Oh my gosh, man. This Helldivers thing has been an absolute chaos. It's been absolute chaos. And it shows that if communities stick together, these multi-billion, million-dollar, trillion-dollar companies, they can't do nothing to you. They can't do nothing to the whole community. They might be able to silence one or two people, but they can't silence all. What's going on? It's Gaming Addict coming to you with another video. Today we're going to be talking about PlayStation and how they handled Helldivers. For the longest time, I've always gave PlayStation a lot of flack because they never really focus on anything in terms of multiplayer aspect. They're always focusing on single player. Even though I love the single player games, you know, I want more actions from them, like buying something like a Bungie or funding games like Helldivers. So when Helldivers Face came out, it was a massive success. Probably in the terms of the multiplayer aspect, it was the most success they've had in a very, very long time when it comes to multiplayer. And everyone was excited. They were happy. It had cross-play. It was between PC and PlayStation. And people thought everything was good. People thought that this game was just going to continue to flourish. And it did for weeks after the game came out, because for the most part, you always see these games start to drop off so much after launch. And that's just because, you know, the lack of content, the lack of events. But it did seem like, for the most part, that this studio, Arrowhead, they knew exactly how they wanted to make Helldivers. They wanted to make it like a community thing where the community works together to get certain abilities, guns, you name it. And it was going very well. But then PlayStation decided, oh, this game's doing well. What can we captivate on it? So what did they do? They made it to where after May the 6th, when they got that update, they were going to force you to sign into a PSN account. Is this a big deal on the grand scheme of things? No. As long as they would have been very upfront with communication on, we do require you to link your PSN or create a PSN and link it for in the future. Right now, we're making sure we're prioritizing servers over that, but sooner or later we are going to want you to do this. Now, I think it would have worked out pretty good for them if they would have just came out with like some really nice gear, something that was supposed to be in the store for sale, and they leaked that to it. It's like, look, we're not going to force you to do it, but we're going to give you the hottest stuff that's in Helldivers right now. All you got to do is link your PSN account to your Helldivers account. Now, obviously, people still would have been upset. Rightfully so, because you are locking certain things behind a paywall. Not necessarily a paywall, but behind extra work that you didn't necessarily do. But it would have been optional, and I think people would have got over it relatively fast. But instead, they changed fax notes. They changed apparently some terms and condition. I don't know if that was necessarily true, but I did see where it literally said signing into your PSN account was optional, and then they just changed that to making it to where you had to sign into it. So that's bad enough. Then PlayStation says, okay, there's certain countries that we can't sell this game in because you don't have access to PSN. So we're going to just delist this game entirely from those countries. That is some of the most crazy stuff I've ever seen in this industry, where you deliberately unlist this game from these countries just because they don't have access to PSN. I don't know what was happening to these countries if they did buy it. I'm assuming they would be offering a refund to some degree, but it was just crazy. So that went on for a couple days, and then we got this nice little note from PlayStation. It says, "Helldiver fans, we've heard your feedback on Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network accounts linking for new players and for current players beginning on May the 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for the PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated. Now, people are saying, okay, obviously they were very vocal. PC community, you don't mess with them. You don't. And I guess, they were very vocal. What else did they do besides just be vocal? PC players, they savages. They've always been savages. What thing I like about them that I think's petty at the same time is they take every aspect that they're able to send a message. What message would you think that would be? The Helldivers 2 page where players would go to buy this game. And if you look over there where it says recent reviews and all reviews, yesterday that was at a mostly negative. Now, it does look like some people went over here and they re-corrected some of their reviews. I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like you need to stand on that review because to me, that's all they really want is you just to go back on certain things like that. I feel like, look, it's going to impact the game a little bit, but they need that smoke. Maybe if it stays mixed, that would be one thing, but I do believe that, people need to keep their review what it was just to send a message. Don't do this again. We ain't dealing with this again. Now, we can handle this. There's been multiple times in gaming history where multi-billion, trillion, million-dollar companies have tried to put their foot on our neck. And the community came up and said, we aren't dealing with it. Helldivers is a perfect example. The PC community put their foot down and they said, we don't care. We're going to keep doing what we want to do. You could do what you want, but I'd recommend you fall back. Now, I'm going to be real. I felt like PlayStation wanted that engagement so much that there was almost zero chance they were going to fall back on this. I was convinced that PlayStation valued the X amount of people that are willing to link their PlayStation or create a new PlayStation to continue playing Helldivers, then they valued the people that would leave the game entirely. I was wrong. Great. I was wrong. PlayStation, don't do this again. There's a lot of other companies that do stuff like this. I would say, you look at something like, what's what I'm looking for? Fortnite. It offers crossplay and you can link accounts. They don't make you. It's just something that you want to do if you want to do it. Minecraft, if you want to play crossplay, they get you to log into the Microsoft account. Look, there is other ways and other incentives to get people to do what you want without unlisting from like 70 countries. I don't know how many countries it was. It was a lot. Put in the comment section below if you guys remember how many of the countries it was. Victory for PC gamers. Sometimes you guys get on my nerves, but no one has more of a spine when it comes to the gaming community and gaming, cultures when it comes to PC, Xbox, Nintendo. No one has more of a backbone than you guys. And I feel like a lot of that is because there's so much stuff to play on PC and there's so much communication going on PC. I don't feel that the PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox communities are intertwined quite as much as the PlayStation community. And I mean the PC community. I think a lot of it is because it's on PC. You're able to type, you're able to click, to use your mouse. It has a lot more access to actually be communicating with people. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Put in the comment section below. PlayStation essentially damaged the only multiplayer game that they've ever had hit for a long time, at least a decade. I don't know. They have done a couple. I like Legends with Ghost of Tsushima. I thought that was a good concept. But I'm curious to hear what you guys' opinion on in the comment section below. And until next time, this is Gaming. I'm out of here. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, man. Sub for weekly content. We out of here.